For the next 3 projects, we're not going to need none of this. And if I forgot something, we're not going to need it either. In this one, we are going to use nothing but what you see here. These pens are the oldest ones that I can find that I had. An old ruler. Of course, it's not wooden. I looked for one, couldn't find one. Pencils. A pair of just scissors, you know, the regular kind of scissors. And then some kind of cardboard. Alright, this is what we're going to use on our next couple projects. So let's get started. Alright, we got Buddy going to sit up here with us this time. Alright, now the next thing that we want to do is we want to kind of flatten this out. And we're going to want to pin it down. Y'all wouldn't believe what I was fixing to do. Go and get my rotary cutter and everything to do this quilt. And I'm like, no, I'm not supposed to. Crazy. That's my mom. Alright. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut just right down the line like I did this one. And yeah, Mr. Buddy, he's like, I don't want to move. Okay, you ain't got to. I'll get in there. And we're going to cut all this down. Yeah, it was weird yesterday going up to the VA with Rick, and those people were scared of everything. And as far as I can remember, there's only one person come in and said, I want a test. And that's when we first got there. And I'm like, oh, dude, you just don't know what you're doing. Just because you don't feel good don't mean you got COVID. There's a lot of people, I just can't see it because there's just too much to show that it's not true. Alright, now we just got the one more to go. Rick's going to stay home for a couple of days because of his hip, to give his hip time enough to recover. Alright, now, as long as you put these back far enough to where your needle won't hit the sewing machine, we're doing good. Alright, I'm going to leave this lay right here. And we're going to go work on our binding now. Okay, my sewing machine's there. So I get to cut here. I don't want my sewing machine to stay here. It makes me feel like I'm closed in. So I don't want to leave it there. Alright, so now I'm going to go 2.5 inches. And I'm going to want 4 of these. 2.5 inches. And I gotta go get my scissors. They're in the bedroom. So. I've lost my line. There it is. Alright. 2.5. And this is going to finish up this material. See, I think I did that one wrong. Yep. We're good at that. See the length? That does make a difference. I'm not seeing too good today. hate these days. Yeah, I think we're going to finish this quilt up today. Unless I get lazy and I don't do it. My hip is hurting. There it is. Alright. So, I think what I'm going to do, instead of walking in there and getting them scissors, I think I'll get these. I pretty well matched the same kind of scissors them other ones are. A good and look at me. All right, people. I'm not gonna hurt my shoulder, and I'm doing that up there. That's too much for me. That's too much. So I'm gonna cheat. At least I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna cheat for my body. My body's more important. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these down. There we go. Oh, my hip. Where's that? There it is. Alright. So, I cheated. Okay, y'all sue me. Alright, let's go back into the bedroom and let's take a look at what we got. Alright, I don't know about you guys, but I don't like a lot of measuring. So, I'm not going to do a lot of measuring, as you can tell. Alright, I got this little fold up here. I'm going to cut it off, which is a salvage. And we don't need it. We can get rid of it. We don't want it in a quilt anyway. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this one down, this away, and make sure I got material at the end here. And we're going to grab the next one, and we're going to get rid of our salvage. Now, let's, if I can't get this side, let's get that one out of the way. We're going to lay this one down. I'm going to make sure we got some on this side. It don't have to be perfect, just there. Alright, now. Get this one, we're going to do the same thing. And we're going to overlap it, bring it down. Now the overlapping, like I'm doing, it's going to come in handy when we go to work on the rest of it to put this binding on. We're going to need that. So, let's make sure that we do it. And that way we will have what we need. Alright, now, oh my goodness, let's see what I can do here. Let's scoot you out that way. Scoot you up and lay you out there. Oh, come on. Why'd you do that? I don't know. There. Let's get this back to where we need it. Now, let's lay this one down, overlapping it, and going down. Alright, now, what we're going to do from here is anywhere we have a whole bunch, like this one right here, we're going to cut it off right here. We still have that one. So here, fit across the top. Yes, and it'll give me some left over. So I'm going to take that bottom one. And I'm going to get rid of it. And I'm going to take this one and lay it here, because it will still work because it's overlapping. Alright, we're going to cut that one. And we're going to do this one on wacky-tacky too. Alright. So now we have it all cut down. Now, it really don't matter where you put these at and all, but we're going to go and sew them down. It doesn't matter where you put them at right now at this point. Alright, let's go in there and sew them down. Alrighty. We are going to put these down. Now, if you want to take and lay these out this away and this away, and now what you're going to do is you're going to sew from here to that side. You can mark it out if you want to. It don't really matter. I'm just, doing it free-handed like that. Now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to open it up, and it is right. So now I need scissors. I ain't going back in there and I ain't going over there. I'm too lazy. So there's those. Now, let's go on with another piece. Now what we're going to do with this one is we're going to lay it down the same identical way. I think I had a boo-boo the other one that I did like this. And we're going to mark it. So we'll have a line. And now we're going to put a pin on each side. And now we're going to sew it. Now, let me get my thing here and I'll show you something that may help you to get it right. Alright, I'm going to relift this if I can. Now you see your line right here? Then you have your needle. If you butt that line right up against your needle and put it down and keep it straight, see, you can sew it all the way through. Boy, I like to be able to do this right here and so y'all can see it better, but it would most definitely be in my way. Alright, I'm going to remove these pins so they're out of the way. And then I'm going to lay this out and take a look at it. And I think that looks pretty good. Really good. Alright, now I'm going to cut it off. Now, you always want to leave some right here so it won't go away. You don't want to cut on this side because you won't do it no more. We'll have it no more. And it don't matter which strip goes where. Alright, now then, I'm going to take this one and I'm going to sew it down just straight. Now, I have my needle down. And I'm going to butt it right up against it. And I'm going to sew it down. Alright. So, now. There it is. Now, if you want to sew a little bit more and then hack it off, it's not going to hurt a thing. Alright, let's go back into the bedroom. Alright, now we got this started. Alright, now we're going to take one end. Now we do not want to start at the very beginning, because when you bring this other one around, it's going to be harder to work on. So we don't want to start at the beginning. You want to come down and you want to start at there. Now you fold it in half and you're going to pin it down. Now this is the question. Do I want this on the back or the front? When you put it on the front, it's going to look like this. Let's see if I can't get you closer. See, yeah, you can see it right there. Now, if you're going to put it on the back, it will be like that. Little bit, only a little bit. Now, myself, I want to put this one on the back. Let's put you back there. On the back. So I will have this one back here, and it will give this one right here another highlight. So you could do it either way you want. Really, there's no wrong way. Alright. So, what I'm going to do is lay it down on here. And I'm going to take this pin and put it here. And I'm just going to keep on going down with it. Then that way. Now, if I have to add any pins, I will add pins to it. It's not going to hurt anything. Alright, let's get you back up here. I'm going to pin all the way around. On that pin.
Living in a city stacked on top of and next to too many people is not natural. We're supposed to have our own social circles. And to come together and interact with neighbors much further away than we are.
I'm trying to get down here to the corner. Alright, here we are at the corner. Let's get you back down here. Whoa, almost dropped you. Alright, let's get you down here. There you go. Now I'm going to pull this down a little bit. There we go. So you can see right here. Alright, now I'm going to take and I'm going to lay it down this way. And I'm going to put a pin right here where I need to stop sewing, which is just a little bit. I'm not going to give you a measurement because sometimes when you start out and your measurements don't go exactly right where you want them at. Alright, now this right here, I'm going to take it and I'm going to pull it straight up. My pin's in my way. Let's pin it sideways. There we go. Now I'm going to pull this one straight up. Can you see how this right here meets right here at the end? Alright, I'm going to fold it like this. I'm going to hold this one and I'm going to bring it back down. Now make sure this is folded. You don't want it like that because when you do, it's not going to sew this one down. It will sew this one, then you'll end up having a problem. Alright. Let's go back this way. We're going to hold our fingers here and we're going to lay her down. And we're going to let this lay down straight. See how this one is straight. Alright, let's get us another pin right here. And we're going to pin it down right here in the corner. Because when you take this one out to sew it, hush, hush. then you have to have something to hold this straight so when you sew it down. Alright, I'm going to go through and I'm going to finish putting this down, and then we'll be back. Okay, I figured I'd show you again just in case you need this to see it again. We are going to put this one sideways, and if you look, we have a little bit here, and then we're going to take it and we're going to go like this with it, and make sure this is lined up. It doesn't have to be perfect. We are not after perfect. Now I'm going to hold my finger here, and I'm going to bring this one down like this. Now I need a pin to put right here to hold it down. Alright, now I need to readjust this because seeing where I'm at, I need to turn it around where I can get to it because I can't get to it. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, I'm at the end here, and I'm going to take and finish this one up again. Not again, just do it to it. Alright, now I want one right here, and I need to go get me a couple more pins. I'm going to have them. I've already had to add a couple, but it'll be okay. It ain't going to hurt to add them. Alright, let's go down this way. Make sure our ends are together. Put one in here sideways. We're going to go up and then back down. Put our pin. I'm going to have another pin. I'm going to have to have another one. I can see it now. I'll get me two more. It ain't going to hurt to throw a pin in there if I don't need it. Alright, now, what I'm going to do is we're going to take this one. We're going to fold the tip of it. Like that. Now you can also fold the tip, open it up, fold the tip, line like that, and then lay it down. Like that. Now you could also do that, and I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm going to just put a little bit of pin right in here. Now I'm going to take this one, and as you can see, I have a needle right here, and then I have this much. Now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to cut it right here, like that. Now I'm just going to pin this one down. I'm not going to do nothing to it until I get to the sewing machine, because I want the sewing machine to be able to I have to be able to fix that at a certain way. My hip's hurting. I'm not thinking. Alright. Now, you say, after you get done with everything, you say, I think I want to sew this down right here. It's not going to hurt anything to sew these down. And we'll do it whenever I get done with this to show you it's not going to hurt anything. But yeah, I do want to sew these down right in the corners and all. But we'll get to that here in a minute. Alright. Alright, we're going to get started and we'll sew all this down. Ooh, I got to move this stuff. If I don't move this stuff, it'll get in my way. Wrong way. Got a hole there. Alright. Now, we want to start off where we started at, which is right here. Now, we don't want to start right here at the end. We want to go down on our, to start it off. So we're going to go down on right here, in between these two, or leave these two and come down to this next one. And we're going to go back stitch if you want to, You don't have to, and I need my needle thing. Get rid of my needles as I go. Alright, so let me put this back down. If you can look at this, it's got a warp right in here. I don't like leaving my thing sitting down or lean like this because it's not good for it. See if we can't get this sewed down. Hold on a second. They don't want to move. Maybe that might help. And we want to keep it right on the edge of our pressure foot. Alright, we're at the very edge right here. I'm going to see if I can do this. And hopefully I can. I got about 4 minutes left on this video. Alright, there we go right here. Alright, I'm going to sew this down to right here at the end almost. And I'm going to take this one and pull it down a little bit. This is hard to do right here. Alright, now I'm going to go right here to my very end. I can put one more, so I'm going to take my thing and I'm going to stretch it over there like that. Now I'm going to lift this up. And then I'm going to turn this one. And then I'm going to take this right here and pull it up. And I'm going to make my fold up here at the very top. Take my pin out. Now sometimes you have to pull your material down and it will give you a little bit of flap there. Not no big deal. And now we're going to go on with it. Alright, let me get you out of the way so I can get it right.
You need that, you go back to there, you gonna go back on the bed?
Not right now, go ahead. Take that off if you want to and lay down.
No, the dogs won't up there.
Well, let them, go ahead and put it out and let the dogs on there. I can do everything in here now. You want to make sure you pull your pins out each time you do it.
Hey, quit being aggressive.
Oh. I ain't no needing her being like that. Alright, now I'm coming down here to my other needle. I want to make sure you can see it. Strings. I hate strings. Alright. So what I'm going to do is pull my needle off. And I'm going to go straight down. And I'm going to, look, straight off. I want it completely straight off this time. Now I'm going to cut this. And I'm going to turn my quilt. Let's see how I do this. There we go. Alright. Now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to go straight up with it. Take my needle out. Don't worry about the fiber fill being there. Now we're going to go straight back into it. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. It's so hard to do it like this. Alright. I got a string that wants to hang on. There. Alright. Alright, I'm going to continue on to sew this all the way around until we get to the other side. And then I'll show you how to join these two together. What'd you find? You found some strips. Did Grandma hide them for you? Yes, Grandma had them. She hid the strips from you. Now you found them. All right. You like them strips? Uh-huh. Are you sewing? Are you sewing? Yeah, her sewing, Papa. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. She's so happy. Hey. All right, say bye-bye.